Hi guys. So there's something that I wanted to share with you that I shared on my WhatsApp the other day. It was not even a bit of an epiphany, it was quite the epiphany, because oh my goodness, so this is actually what happened. I think there's been a misconception of what happened in the Garden of Eden, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And this was the revelation I got from Holy Spirit. So I'm going to try and make this quick because it's quite a lot of information. And so I want to, compress it into, just one nice video. So what actually happened in the Garden of Eden? I'm going to go from, I'm going to read two verses, Revelations and Genesis. So I'm going to go quickly to, I'm not going to read the whole, verse because it's quite the long read. So I'm going to read Revelations 12, verse 7 until 9. Verse 7 goes, "Then there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon." Quote, dragon. "The dragon and its angels fought back, but they were not strong enough. The dragon and its angels lost their place in heaven, and it was thrown down out of heaven. This great giant is that old snake, the one called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world into the wrong way. The dragon and its angels were thrown to the earth." So now I'm going to go and read Genesis 3. So then the whole thing happens. So now we're in the Garden of Eden in Genesis 3. Where God tells Adam and Eve that there's a special tree that you're not supposed to eat from or even touch. Do not touch the tree, and do not eat from the tree. So then the snake comes. The snake comes, the one that we learned from, Revelations 13. It comes and visits Eve, and it coerces Eve to actually eat from this tree that God had instructed not to eat from. So then God visits them in the Garden of Eden, and he goes, "What did you guys do?" Adam goes, "No, Eve actually forced me into eating this fruit." And then Eve turns and goes, "No, it was the snake that coerced us into eating the fruit." Ne? And then God goes in Genesis 3 verse 14. God turns to the snake and goes, verse 14, "And the Lord said to the serpent, because you've done this, you are cursed above all animals and above every living thing on the field. Upon your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life." Other versions go, "You shall slither and eat dust all the days of your life." So naturally you're gonna go, don't snakes slither already, right? Do they not crawl on their belly already? Correct? So then, what was this thing that deceived Eve, and essentially Adam and Eve, the couple? This serpent, was an upright creature from what we are getting. This is the understanding that we are getting. That the serpent, what we thought was a snake, was actually an upright feature. It could stand on its own and walk. So this creature that we thought was a snake, which seemingly isn't, it was an upright creature, like I said. If a serpent is an upright creature, does it not naturally take you to what Revelations 12 said? That a dragon was cast out of heaven to come and deceive the world? That is the serpent. That is the dragon. Because if a serpent can stand upright, that means that it is the dragon that's spoken of in Revelations 12. So what we thought this whole time was a snake actually wasn't a snake. It actually became a snake on a later stage, which is what I'm about to explain. So Eve was not deceived by a snake, is what I was trying to clarify until this point. Eve was not deceived by a snake, but she was deceived by a dragon. So now this is where the confusion is, and where now the curse comes in, and where now we concluded for all these many years that Eve was actually deceived by a snake, which was not the case, but by a dragon. God curses this dragon, and he goes, "You are cursed above all animals and above every living thing on the field. Upon your belly shall you go, and you shall eat dust." Oh, so you learned that, okay. So Eve was actually not deceived by a snake. She was deceived by an upright serpent. The devil, aka the dragon from Revelations 12, until God cursed it and said, because of this, you will slither and eat dust all the days of your life. So then you go, okay, Eve was actually not deceived by a snake but by a dragon. It only became a snake after God said that you were cursed. And baby, you will not walk anymore. Upon your belly shall you go, and dust shall you eat all the days of your life. So then, that's it, guys. The dragon did the whole thing. The deceiver of humankind. That is what deceived Eve, and not the snake.